Hey, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan coming to you live Friday, May 28th at 6:59, 7 p.m. let's say. Actually, it's my second time doing a live stream on this particular combination of hardware and software. So let me know if everything seems cool. Let me know if there's any echo, like you hear my voice repeating a bunch of times. If everything seems fine and normal. So I think everything is. I did a little check before I went on, but just let me know. You never know how it's all going to work out till you're actually doing it live. So let me know if everything is cool for you. So welcome, guys. I want to say sorry for not getting a regular video made this week. Myself, Angie made a vlog yesterday, so make sure you saw that yesterday. It was just her and I eating some vegan food, some Asian vegan food here in Long Beach, trying out an old favorite and a new place we'd never been to before. So cool, everything is good. I remember last time when I started last Friday with Angie, it was our first time on this setup, and there was some echo, and I don't know if it was me being sloppy or lazy, but I'm glad I remembered this time to make sure everything is cool. All right, awesome. Thanks for joining me, guys. So yeah, hopefully you saw our vlog. Yeah, she did that really quickly. Went out on Wednesday. In the afternoon, late afternoon. Actually, the main reason why we got out of the house on Wednesday to film that vlog that we put out yesterday was our front door is like really old. We live in an old house, like 100 years old, and the front doorknob doesn't close right. In fact, it was pulling right off on the inside of the door in the house. So anyway, we had to go to an antique store here, a couple miles away, and once we got that figured out, what part we needed, then we said, hey, we're kind of near some places that we can eat at. So it just kind of came together, just kind of like, spontaneously, like, even though she probably had an idea we might film if we ate somewhere. So anyway, thanks, guys. Good to see you all. Cool. Video and audio are solid. Good to see all our regs here already. Cool. So let me see if I have anything else I want to share with you. I just right before coming on my live stream, let me back up a little bit. On Monday, I woke up early to go get my blood tested. So they drew blood Monday morning, and I've been waiting for it all week. And just a few minutes before going live, I got an email notification saying I got my blood tests, and I looked at them. So I'll work on that as my next video. I thought I was going to work on something else because I was kind of getting impatient. I thought my blood test might not arrive till after the holiday weekend. We're having a holiday here in the United States. Anyway, I got the blood tests. Just checked them out. Yeah, pretty good. And I'll share them with you next week. My 10 and a half year really vegan blood test. And, it's kind of my post-COVID quarantine blood test too. So it might make things a little bit different. So I'll be sharing that with y'all too. So cool. So hello, everyone. Yeah, you should get a blood test intra-species. I always recommend getting them as soon as you can. I don't know how long you've been vegan. You've probably been vegan a long time too. But yeah, try to get one done early. So if you are deficient in something, you can't say or blame veganism. There's genetic differences. Some people are higher in, like, say, LDL or cholesterol, like I might be. Others might be lower in certain vitamins and nutrients, minerals. So yeah, just get a blood tested early on as a vegan. And then, as I do, try to get a blood test, every few years. There's no magic time, once a year or once every couple years. Just see how you're doing. And what's cool about that is once you've had many blood tests under your belt, you can see like long-term trends. It's kind of, I'm not a medical doctor, but I know it's not always, sometimes it is, but it's not always proper to jump to a conclusion between two blood tests. It just may have been something you had the day before, even though you're supposed to take the test while fasting. Don't have a breakfast before you go. But anyway, yeah, it's good to have long-term trends to see what's really, an issue or not an issue for you. You're lucky, Tatted Vegan Runner. Yeah, I've always had kind of genetically high, like, LDL, even though, like, the HDL is good and triglycerides are good. Even the VLDL is good. Something about just regular LDL has always been a tough one for me. That's what I'm always most concerned about when I get the blood test. Like, geez, is my LDL going to be under 100? So anyway, I think it was 101 last time. But I'm not going to give any spoilers away yet. I'm going to make the video, and I'll put that up for you probably early next week. I'm motivated to make my 10-year vegan blood test. Like, help me think of a title. Like, what does a 10-year vegan's blood test look like? I don't know, something like that. What's the name of the blood test for vitamins? I mean, Blackjack, they don't test every single vitamin and nutrient. I mean, some vitamins you have to ask for, like, say, vitamin D and vitamin B12. You go out of my way to ask to get those. tested. Your typical blood tests won't cover those. You need to ask for them. I mean, typical blood tests are really minimal. It's like usually like a lipid panel to see what your cholesterol is, and maybe like some of your blood work, your white blood cells and red blood cells and other blood particles like neutrophils and stuff like that. But anyway, just what I do, I don't have to do it anymore, but what I did earlier in my vegan life is tell the doctor, or whoever is responsible, say, hey, I'm a vegan, so I'm really worried about like my iron and B12 and just whatever you want to get, testosterone. I got that measured this time too, guys. I wanted to see if my test from 2018 was a fluke, where I had like, the testosterone of a 30-year-old, I have the test. When I got tested in 2018, the testosterone levels that Joe Rogan has, only because he artificially injects testosterone to get the same levels that I had naturally in 2018. So let's see if I still have them in 2021. We will talk about that. Well, you'll see next week when I get my blood tested. I mean, when I make a video about my 10-year vegan blood test. I mean, according to guys like Joe Rogan and stuff, right, guys, I should just I should be dead, right? I should have like no testosterone. My protein levels should be like tanked. My iron level should be depleted. B12 should be depleted, right? All these horrible things should have happened to me. Right? I should be diabetic according to like hemoglobin A1C tests and glucose, I should have all these horrible things happening to me 10 years. Like a lot of people told me like 5 years ago, just wait, you're doing okay now, but wait till you've been doing it 7 years, blood test fine. Wait till you've been doing it 8-9 years, blood test fine. So now 10 years, let's really see, like, if that seems like a reasonable amount of time. Do you think, guys, if veganism were so horribly nutrient deficient and unhealthy for you, it seems like problems would manifest themselves into your health and your blood work within 10 years. Wouldn't you think that would be a reasonable time frame? And my blood test, I told you, is like 10 and a half years vegan. So we'll see how that is. So just letting you know, 10 years, really, I should be like sick and nearly dead, right? According to like, Joe Rogan and carnivore people and stuff like that. Funny thing is, forgive me if I'm wrong, you don't see too many of these like anti-vegan types putting their blood work up for all to see, and when they have in the past, it's usually not that great, right? So maybe there's a reason there. But anyway, I'm going to put mine up, and you'll see that all next week. Yeah, who is Joe Rogan? Travis? Joe Rogan. Yeah, he's a guy that's my age. We were born like in the same year, just like a week apart, so we're pretty much exactly the same age. And he's one that says vegans are all falling apart and all that stuff, and not falling apart. In fact, I have high testosterone levels, Joe. Am I a utilitarian? Like I'm into doing things that are practical rather than impractical? I guess so, but not entirely or exclusively, if that's what you're asking there, Ocean Raymond. Yeah, thinking out loud, not too many meat eaters are putting their like hardcore meat eaters, hardcore low carbists or carnivore dieters. Only one I could think of was Baker's, and I don't think he'll ever do it again because his were pretty not great, so I don't think that's going to happen again. But yeah, I'd love to see Joe Rogan's blood test. Hey Race, how's it going? I have to wait till 12 years instead of 10 years vegan. Why is that? It's always at least one more year longer than you've been vegan before you'll fall apart. I know. That's what they're telling me till like 5 years in, 7 years in. Like, when's it going to happen? Like 10 years. If it hasn't happened in 10 years, they're full of effing crap, right? I mean, how much longer? Do I have to wait till I'm like 90 when I'm naturally going to be like old and not that great off anyway? I mean, like, of course, everyone's going to pass on at some point. But anyway. 820 102 801, what's going on? Let me keep hydrating here. Let's see, what's that, Travis? I just keep going on about being fine, and one day I won't be. Yeah, I don't know when that day is gonna come. I mean, Travis, but then someone will make a video about, yeah, Ryan, he got hit by a car or something like that. It's because he's vegan. If he were not vegan, the car would have bounced off his steel body, or they'll make up some nonsense, right, Travis? You're right there, interspecies. Yeah, when a 106-year-old vegan dies of a natural cause, they died because they were vegan. That's pretty much the impossibly high standard that us vegans are held to. Turning the AC off right now. Raise, if I'm getting any kind of soy boobs, it's just not from soy. It's from just lifting weights, weight training on a regular basis. I've showed you, I'm not going to be all vain. I've showed you my images before on my Instagram, which is Ryan Lum. Is that it? Yeah, or is it Ryan Lum Rocks? No, it's Ryan Lum Rocks. So just follow me there. And I've shown some pictures of my chest development over the 6-7 months I've been lifting now. I'm not gonna be all vain and show you here, but yeah, the only way I could have man boobs is not from soy, but it's from just training a little bit. And they're not really boobs; they're just a little more defined than they have ever been. Hey VLAM, how's it going? Mustang 10, how was Disney? Watch our vlog that Angie put out a couple weeks ago. I just say it was kind of crowded. I was surprised, even though it was under reduced capacity. The lines are long, especially in Disney itself. California Adventure was actually a lot better, so we spent more of our time there. When we go places, we don't really, maybe it's because we're introverts. Tell me if you guys have this happen to you, we don't go somewhere we don't think, wow, there's a lot of people here, it's crowded, wow, we made the right choice, we're at the happening cool place. That has never entered our psychology before. It's no, we want to go somewhere when there's not a ton of people there. That's why we always liked in the past going to Disneyland on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in the afternoon when it's pretty chill, so but yeah, it was pretty crowded, I guess, because everyone's just dying to get back in after being denied going there for over 400 days or whatever it's been, so it was kind of crazy. Tyrone, you have boobs from bench pressing since 1997. See, there you go. If the only way you're gonna get man boobs as a vegan I know of is to actually work at it, not just sit on the couch and drink soy milk or whatever. Yeah, the movie, same way, Mustang 10, anything. When we go to the beach, when I go surfing, when I go hiking, when I go to nature, I don't want to see a bunch of people there. I don't get that feeling we made the right decision because everyone else made the same decision. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just going, we don't think like that. We try to go, we zig when others zag. We just try to go when, we can have a place, more or less, to ourselves as much as reasonably possible. That's why we go camping when we do in the off season, so we can try to connect with nature rather than have to deal with a bunch of loud, crazy people disrupting our communing with nature experience. Let's see. Amy, Disney CEO is planning to allow full capacity of the parks by fall. I thought that was going to happen sooner than that because I thought next month California's kind of returning back to normal. I know there are some exceptions, I thought indoor venues that have over 10,000 people, and I didn't think Disney qualified in that, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. Hey Peter, how's it going? It's actually, let me paste something into the chat here now that I saw my Streamlabs bot reminded me I had this ready to go. I'm gonna pin this up top here if you want to leave us a super chat tip or a donation or anything like that, or you want to get your question or comment in my face, this is the best way to do it. You can use YouTube's built-in super chat functionality. That's totally cool, but they take I think a 40% cut or something like that. Streamlabs doesn't take anything, so that's why a lot of us content creators prefer to use them rather than sharing our money with Google. Basically, Google's doing all right. Let's see. What did Piers Morgan do, Peter? He once divided thousands of McDonald's hamburgers out of spite because they looked locked down on McDonald's operating center. I didn't hear about that. He cut them. What a weird person, Piers Morgan. He just does these things because, the press will talk about it. He's one of those guys that likes to, stay relevant by being an asshole, basically, right? Just getting people talking about the crazy things he's saying or doing. Hey, Vegan Metalhead. June 2nd, your state is returning to somewhat normal and you can quit wearing your mask at both jobs. Yeah, it's cool, especially if you're fully vaxxed like I am. I almost forget to wear my mask. Like today, I was picking up T-shirts. We got new T-shirts in. I've still to enter them into our store. Or if you go there right now, it's shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. It still thinks we're out of most stuff. But anyway, I pretty much forgot a mask. Fortunately, I had this weird one in my car that I threw in there just for situations like that. But I'm not even thinking about that kind of stuff much anymore. But yeah. Anyway, thinking out loud. Yeah, I have a surfboard, but I haven't used it in like maybe 2 years. I need to. I should order some ding repair stuff. I have a couple like dings I want to fix up since it's fully dry now. There's no water in the foam or anything like that. Just patch it up and get it ready for summer. True race, and then every creature on Earth, at least humans, have the right to wear a mask if we want. Just like, I have the right to wear a shoe when I go out, or I could try to go out in my flip-flops. I have that right. So yeah, I still might wear masks during like flu season, since, that's a respiratory illness as well. I mean, and airborne, I should say, not respiratory, transmitted by air. So yeah, when flu season hits in like, December, January, and I'm going to be in a super crowded public place, not with like family, but just like a theater or a concert or a club, I might still, or a supermarket, I still might pull out the mask just because, hey, it was cool not catching the flu last year or cold or anything like that. So yeah, I just want to point that out there. We still have the right to wear a mask when we want, and Asian countries, mask wearing was not weird like it was here. No one had masks, knew about them to wear them or anything like that. If you go to Asian countries, like China, Korea, that's kind of normal in certain times of the year. So yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, I kind of like not getting colds and flus, I should say. So yeah, I might wear them in the cold and flu seasons. Let's see, you think it's strange the government has to bribe you? It didn't bribe me. I did mine all on my own accord. And now they are bribing people. I saw in some states, they're only bribing people that haven't done it yet, rewarding them. But here in California, I heard they're going to make some kind of lottery, wins a lot of money. And they're going to allow, I should say, all people, whether you got vaccinated months ago or haven't and just started right now. So, yeah, I guess they're trying to just do whatever they can to entice people. So, yeah, if winning a couple $1,000,000 might do it, or I saw like they're going to give Disneyland tickets out and all sorts of cool things, from different contests. Let's see. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, coronaviruses do exist in animals, so maybe it came from an animal. Maybe someone was tampering with it in a lab. Who knows? But yeah, they are animal in origin. And yeah, Travis, good point. You can breathe with a mask on, or else I would have died the many times I went for hours, like, 9 hours at Disneyland, just taking it off to eat and stuff like that. But yeah, I would have passed away if you couldn't have breathed. Yeah, true. A lot of places in Asia, they wear it because of polluted air. That's true. Uh-huh. All right, I didn't want to get in here to debate the pluses and minuses of masks. We've been doing this for a year now. So if you're anti-mask, you're going to be anti-mask. I'm just mask ambivalent. I'm not like pro or anti. I mean, I didn't wear them before, but like I said, after wearing them for a year, I kind of like think it might be helpful for cold and flu season or hanging, certain situations. So I'm not going to throw my mask away or anything like that. And I've noticed no reduction in activity, like physical activity. I walked like 8 miles at Disneyland with a mask on, so it can be done. And also, too, I've mentioned this before, it's a long time training modalities. Athletes will train with a mask on to try to intentionally decrease their oxygen intake by whatever percent's there. So when they take it off, their lungs have adapted, or whatever air pathways have adapted. And when you get the full oxygen intake when you're competing, you're going that much faster, that much more efficiently. So anyway, I'm with you though, interspecies. I don't mind wearing a mask. It's not like I love it, but I don't mind it. It's just like what it is, it's funny, like in some of the vlogs, like, people say, what are you wearing that mask for? It's like, well, where we went, you had to. I didn't want to be that Karen where everyone gets their cell phone out and I start freaking out. Oh my God, my freedoms and all that stuff. It's just what you have to. If you want to get into Disneyland, you got to wear it. If you're more concerned about your freedoms, well, that's cool. You could stand outside and protest, but if you have tickets, they won't let you in. So if you paid hundreds of bucks, you're out of luck. So anyway, that's just how it is. And a lot of people, yeah, I like wearing masks too. It's like, you don't have to put on all your makeup, right? You don't have to look as good. I can wake up and be just kind of unshaven and just kind of like gross a little bit and just be able to quickly throw a mask on and go out and it's all good. No one's going to know. Well, what's that? Sad for the kids? They're being taught to fear everyone and stay away from everyone. Well, I mean, I was staying away from people, for that time, and I'm not anymore. I mean, played basketball yesterday. Going out all the time. When as you saw in our vlogs, we're going back out again. So I don't fear it anymore. I just stayed away from people for a while. It's cool. I had a lot of things to take care of and do in that time frame, and yeah, I'm going out and seeing. I was hanging out with my mom on Mother's Day weekend. It's all good. Seeing people again. But yeah, for a while there, staying away from people. Now it's all cool. Oliver, why are you telling us that you've been carnivore for the last 2 out of 3 years? And Kay, no, I didn't hear about Tristan Bailey. What did you want to share about that? Yeah, shoe vegan. I'm with. I was just trying to say that. Yeah, you're saying a woman who's in her 50s says she likes wearing a mask because she looks young with it. Yeah, they can't see all the imperfections. She must be vegan, right? Because only vegans age through time, right? That's what I've been taught from watching like VD's channel. Anyway, yeah, you can look a little bit better too. You go out. People might not know. Is that guy 20? Is he 30? No, he's 50. You can't tell as much with the mask on. Anyway, so Oliver, carnivore, 2.5 years. I'm just curious. You probably just joined here. I was talking about how I've been vegan now over 10.5 years, and I finally got a blood test. I last got one, I think, in 2018. I've been getting them every 2 years, roughly. Have you got a blood test as a long-term carnivore? I'm curious how some of your markers are. Say fasting glucose, hemoglobin A1C, LDL cholesterol, testosterone. I'm just kind of curious. The few people that are carnivore that have put their blood tests up hasn't been all that great on those markers and others as well. Just kind of curious. I was talking about how, me as a vegan, I've been putting my blood tests up the entire time I've had my channel, complete transparency, and contrasting that with, say, low carbers and carnivores. You don't really see regular or much of any blood work put up on YouTube for all to see. So I'm just kind of curious if you've had blood work done, and if you'd want to share it here with us. I guess you could lie. You're not going to make a video about it, I suppose. Anyway, keep some water here. Joe Blow, not vegan, but blood work is excellent. Boxer with pretty clean diet though. Cool. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, just want to make that clear. I've never said that. In order to have great blood work, you have to be vegan. Never said that whatsoever. No, so I'm glad you shared that. Yeah, because I believe. I've seen people who are not vegan that have good blood work. So I'm just saying. Yeah, for me, 10 years vegan, pretty freaking good blood work for a dude that's 53. Let's see, Oliver. So you haven't got your blood work. Why not? Why? How come you haven't got any blood tests? I mean, I didn't know much about blood work too, but it's really basic. I mean, have you seen those YouTube videos like understanding a topic on like 10 different levels, from like teaching a 3-year-old to like someone who has a PhD in it? Like blood work just can be really easy at first. You get a blood test, you get the results back, and it shows you what the normal range is, what's considered like the healthy normal range, and you'll see if you fall within that range for any of the markers, or if you fall without it. You'll either be too high or too low. And then it's more involved than that, especially if if you can go over these with like your health professional, your doctor. They can explain it in much more detail. But I'm saying just right off the bat, without much training, you can just already tell if your blood tests fall, for each reading fall within the healthy range. So yeah, just get one tested, get a blood test, see how you're doing. And I'm not sure what being Scandinavian has to do with anything. I'm just kind of curious, how does that affect anything? Like Scandinavians can't be carnivore or vegan or something like that? I mean, I have a bunch of different ethnicities, backgrounds. So anyway, 6'4", 250 can be obese unless you're like, a super bulky, like, bodybuilder type. If it's fat or muscle is what I'm saying. If you have like 60 pounds of muscle or so, yeah, then that's impressive. If not, yeah, you're probably obese. I'm just saying the healthy range, Oliver. I'm not here to get into a philosophical discussion as to what is healthy, but there's many ways to measure healthy, and a very commonly accepted way is to get blood tests and see how you're doing. A lot of people say, like non-medically trained people say, just look at someone in their bikini, and if they look good, they're healthy, or see if they can deadlift a certain amount, then they're healthy. That's not how it works out. That's really, you're going off on a tangent there if you believe that. I mean, doctors look at blood work for a reason. So that's one way to see, just one way. There's other ways to measure health. I'm not a health professional, but yeah, looking at your markers and your blood tests are a great start. Hey, Peter, first super chat tip of the day there. Let's see. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for using the Streamlabs function there. The mayor of New York will give people a dead animal in the form of a burger at Shake Shack if they get vaccinated. Jeez. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that, Peter. That sucks, Yeah, that's no bueno. I didn't hear about that one. Amber, if I had children, would I raise them vegan as well? Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, I have no idea how that would work. I don't have kids. Hopefully they won't say, hey, that sucks, and they rebel, and, when they're out of the house, they're going to McDonald's all the time. Hopefully that wouldn't be the case. I would like to think that wouldn't be the case, but yeah, I would definitely raise them vegan. Why not, right? I mean, it's been, the position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, it's healthy, nutritionally adequate, as long as you're not doing something stupid like calorie restricting as a vegan, or raw or something like that. As long as you're eating a balanced, sensible vegan diet, it's healthy, nutritionally adequate for people of all ages. So yeah, of course, if I had kids, I would raise them vegan. Yeah, Bond, I'm with you though. 6'4", 250 is quite a lot. Even at my most overweight, I'm 6'4.5", and I don't think I was, maybe hit about 240 or so. I think I was in the 230s for a few years there. That was a long time ago. But yeah, now I'm about 196 or so. I was like, in the 170s a long time, like about earlier when we started our channel. That's when I was doing more endurance training, like running 10 miles every other day, that kind of thing. But now I'm doing more weightlifting and playing more basketball. I've kind of settled into this upper 190s kind of thing. But I think that works out good for my bod. If you look at a BMI calculator, yeah, it's quite healthy BMI. Okay, cool, Oliver. Cool thing. Yeah, talk to your doctor about, get some blood work done. Ask him, say, if it's true, Oliver, if it's true you haven't had any blood work done in ages, say, hey, I would like to get some blood work done. And I'm sure your doctor won't say, why? That sounds crazy. No, I'm sure your doctor would say, if you haven't had any blood work done in a decade plus, yeah, let's get some blood work done. So go for that. Bruce, hey, you're saying, hey, what about raw vegans? I'm just saying, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics says a balanced an appropriately planned, I'm using their exact wording, an appropriately planned vegan diet is nutritionally adequate for all people, all stages of life. And what that appropriately planned means is you're not doing some kind of extreme thing, like just excluding all cooked food or just drinking juice instead of food. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing things out there that don't fall in this appropriately planned, balanced, sensible vegan diet. That's what I was saying about raw. I'm not saying raw people are crazy. I'm just saying if you're doing something crazy like that, to me that just seems crazy. It seems absolutely pointless. There's really, I've said this time and time again, there's absolutely zero benefit, because I've tried raw before. There's actually zero benefit from eliminating all cooked food from your diet. I mean, if you really think steamed broccoli is going to like kill you, you've kind of drinking the Kool-Aid from the raw gurus. Sorry to say, but yeah, if you like raw, it's cool. I'm not saying you have to quit it if you like raw. It's fun. I did it for a bit. It was cool, but I found it was a lot of work, a lot of effort, kind of pricey. And once I realized I wasn't doing any better, it wasn't healthier or more energetic or getting better blood tests or anything like that, it's like, what's the point? Just eat a balanced, sensible vegan diet. Because actually I'm in it for the animals, Health is cool. I love the great health and energy I get from a plant-based diet, but I'm in it because I'm in it for the animals. And you're not helping the animals out more by being raw or something like that. You're just putting more pressure on you to always have ripe food ready to go every day. It's a lot of work. I'm going to turn the AC back on. Yeah, Bon, it says all people. Let's go there and find the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Yeah, it doesn't say for some or most, Bon. It says all people. Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, vegan. So let's go take a look here. I'm just going to get the abstract. It's actually the complete report, position paper is over 100 pages long. It's got over 100 references. Now let's check it out right here. It says pretty clearly that. All right, let's just read it. It's the position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that appropriately planned vegetarian, including vegan diets, are healthful, nutritionally adequate, and may provide health benefits for the prevention and treatment of certain diseases. These diets are appropriate for all stages of the life cycle, including pregnancy, lactation, infancy, childhood, adolescence, older adulthood, and for athletes. These diets are more environmentally sustainable. You have reduced risk of certain health conditions like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, hypertension. So yeah, it didn't say like this, and this is true only for some people. They're saying if you follow an appropriately planned vegetarian or even vegan diet, it's nutritionally adequate for you in all stages of life. So not just saying like it's only, and this is true for only some people or half the people. This is saying this is a general statement for people here. So that's their position paper there. I'm just trying to interpret it with you there. Hey Michael, how is it? Well, Bon, where's the part where here's the thing. Where's the part that you're saying that the statement, the position paper of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics applies to only certain individuals? Because it doesn't say that. They're saying if you follow a diet like what they're describing here, appropriately planned, you can do it. They're not saying you can do it, Ryan, but maybe Bon can't, or some other guys, or if you're from Scandinavia, you can't. They're not saying that. They're saying if you follow a sensible, balanced vegan diet, that diet is nutritionally adequate. And they don't make distinctions like, oh, if you have a certain blood type, you can't do it, if you're blonde or whatever. I don't see any kind of what I'm trying to say there is them couching it into like, oh, it only works for some people. Like, it's just they're saying if you do this, you're cool. That's basically what they're saying here. If you follow a sensible plant-based diet, you will not be nutritionally inadequate. That's exactly their statement. Let me try to phrase it more in the terms of logic, propositional logic sort of, rather than medical speak here. If, it's an if then, if you follow an appropriately planned vegan diet, meaning you're not doing something weird like just eating raw food or starving yourself, if you follow an appropriately planned vegan diet, then you will receive the nutritional adequacy that your body needs. That's what they're saying. If you follow a sensible diet, then you will have nutritional adequacy fulfilled. That's their statement there. Again, they're not saying that's true for some. It's an if-then. If you do, if X, then Y. And Y is you're good. So anyway, yeah, not quoting. I'm just showing their logic there. They're not like couching it, saying this applies for some people. No, they're saying if you're getting all your calories met, you're not starving yourself, you will have all the nutrition you need. I mean, what's hard to understand about that? If you're getting enough nutrition in your diet, your nutritional needs are met, is what they're saying. They're really just trying to say, hey, you don't need to eat meat if you don't want to. Okay, let's see. Oh, I just heard. I saw a. Well, Bruce, can you guys hear the star going off there? Can you guys hear this? Because I'm not hearing it in my headphones. I remember that happened last week. Let me know if you guys heard Bruce's super chat tip there, because I didn't hear it. But my headphones are going through something different. So let me know if you guys heard that. So Bruce, what'd you say there? I think Streamlabs, my bot should have read that, but I didn't hear it. You couldn't hear it either, huh, Peter? Okay, I gotta fix that. So I'm sorry. I should take that text to speech message down, because it used to work, but now that I switched computers, it's not working. I gotta troubleshoot that. Anyway, what'd you say there, Bruce? First of all, thank you so much for your very kind super chat tip there. And he said, Bruce, thank you very much for answering my question. You might have just changed my perspective on the whole topic. I'm glad I happened to tune in at the right time. And your question, Bruce, was about raw, right? Again, I'm not saying raw is bad. I mean, I kind of joke around sometimes here saying I eat more raw food than a lot of raw foodists do, because I begin my day off with a huge fruit smoothie, about 8 bananas and a handful of blueberries. So that's 900 calories, 1,000 calories maybe of fruit just to get started in my day. And that's how I begin 99% of my days, with a big fruit smoothie. And I know not all, but I've met a pretty large percentage of raw vegans and fruitarians who do a lot of calorie restriction and fasting. So I'm going, I'm already getting 1,000 calories like that. I've met many raw fooders who are fasting, they're getting fewer calories than that. So I love non-cooked food as much as anyone, but I also love potatoes and rice and my steamed broccoli. None of that stuff is gonna I've never seen a study that says eating steamed broccoli or potatoes is gonna take a day off your life or give you heart disease or type 2 diabetes or hypertension or anything like that. So yeah, that's my point. Yeah, my point is, why intentionally make a vegan diet restrictive? Because we have all these great plants that are available to us to eat, and if you just eliminate all cooked ones, you've really chopped away a huge percentage of perfectly fine, healthy foods. So anyway, I'm glad my discussion there helped you out, Bruce. So if I sound like I was speaking down on a raw diet, I'm not, but I just don't understand the dogmatic belief that all cooked foods are bad. If you have some steamed broccoli or potatoes, you're gonna die or get toxified or something like that, when there's zero studies indicating that. Yeah, potatoes are total lively. Life without potatoes. Why? Why give up a perfectly healthy food for it? I mean, it's not like potatoes cause heart disease or the cancer or anything like that. It's just completely pointless to give up perfectly healthy foods. Oliver, I'm not Southern. I'm from California. I'm in Southern California, but we're not part of the South, as it's called here in the United States. That's funny, Peter. Yep. No, we like all potatoes in all states. Yeah, Bond, a nice big fruit smoothie would be great right now. I had mine earlier today after working out in my home gym. Had one yesterday after playing basketball. It's my go-to post-exercise meal, and I exercise essentially every day unless something really weird's happening that day. I think Monday when I got my blood tested, I went down there around 10. I didn't get out till noon. I had to wait the whole time, fasted, and I further solidified my belief that fasting sucks. I was sitting there waiting an additional 2 hours. They were so busy and backed up. So I had to sit there 2 hours starving before they finally took my blood. I went home after, and I didn't even exercise that day. I was just pissed off and just ate and started my day. Well, Oliver, I know where my ancestors are from. I do have some relatives from Arkansas, but I have relatives from Wales. I have relatives from China, and some that were born right here, Native American as well. So yeah, I know where my ancestors are, but I don't think I have a Southern look or feel. I mean, I wasn't raised in the South. I was raised in Southern California. But anyway, cool. Um, Dr. Gregors says Peters never to eat really well done baked potatoes. Yeah, I mean that's typically good information. Like things that are burnt, things that are charred, develop, acrylamides. Look that up. Those aren't healthy for you, and those can happen on potatoes or any food really that really gets like overly blackened or brown. So yeah, that's why we prefer steamed, boiled foods over fried type foods. Yeah, not to say we never fry. We might make a stir fry tonight. But things typically don't get charred in there. Just warming up some vegetables, basically. Bond, yeah, the workouts are coming along good. Like I said, every day doing some exercise. Now that I started playing more basketball, I'm actually lifting maybe 2 less days a week than I normally have. Because when I go play basketball, when I come back, I'm tired. I don't have time to lift. I don't have energy to lift. I just want to have my smoothie. And then I don't lift before basketball. I just want to get down to the courts before it gets too sunny, too hot. Because I've just kind of trained my body to work out in the morning. I get up and I try to get out there like 10 or 11, something like that. By then, the sun's getting pretty high. So yeah, so anyway, long story short, yeah, I am exercising every day. I was lifting like maybe 6-7 days a week for a few months. Now I'm lifting like 4 or 5, on an average 5 days a week now. So that's cool. Getting different modes of training and doing more basketball. It's totally different. I've been, shooting on the courts by myself for many months, but there's nothing like actually like playing games and playing against other people, defending. You can't really simulate that. So it's cool getting those exercises in. Having a high heart rate for like 10-20 minutes is weird, but I'm getting there. Peter, yeah, it was funny. Angie added in those baby crying noises. Yeah, I went to that. Some people said we looked, I think it was a hater though, that said we looked like increasingly stressed or something like that in that video. Like, yeah, I was bummed. I went to watch our vlog from yesterday. I went to a certain new vegan place I'd never been to before, specifically to try out a certain item, a certain dish. Bao, it's a Chinese dish. And there's a big sign, out. It's like, why'd I come here then? And I was pissed off too because I thought, we went there like on a Wednesday afternoon. I thought it'd be totally chill. Remember I told you we're introverts. We don't like to go places and see, a ton of people. Yeah, we made the right choice. I'm going, why are there so many people here? Don't people have school and work and stuff like that? I was surprised how crowded it was. A band was setting up. So we were kind of annoyed at how crowded it was, how noisy it was. It's hard to make a video and vlog when, there's all this commotion going on. So anyway, we were bummed. Maybe I'll go back again. Maybe I'll try to go like in the morning when it's hopefully not crowded. I don't know. I think it was brand new, this whole place we went to. So I guess everyone's, let's check out this new place. I didn't even know it was at a new place. I just wanted some Chinese vegan bao because it's really hard to find. Let's see. What else is in there? You have mixed feelings when you go out to places and stop it out. On the one hand, everyone's eating more vegan food, but then you miss out. Yeah, I guess someone ate all my baos. Maybe that's what happened. But I guess it's good people are eating more vegan food. I just want to eat the Chinese baos. I mean, that's one of my favorite things. And I don't know who's eating these baos, and I doubt they'd be appreciating it as much as I would be. But oh well, that's just me complaining. First world complaints here. There's tons of great vegan food to be found out here. Let's see. Vegan Metalhead. Next time I'm in Las Vegas, hopefully we'll go again soon because we love going there because it's such a great vegan eating place. There's a place called Cafe No Fur, 100% vegan. So that must be new because when we went last time, I think 2018, didn't know about that. So cool. Thanks for adding that in. Yeah, there's so many great vegan eats there. Yeah, Peter, I heard what's going on in India. It's pretty scary how there's like some fungal infection getting people now too. It's a horrible 1-2 punch. Hey, Uncle Walt, what's Uncle Walt doing? Good to see you, Uncle Walt. Let's see, were we out your way a little bit? We went to San Pedro last weekend, last Saturday, to the Gaffey Street Recycling Center. Got rid of a bunch of like paint that's been, cans of paint that we've been hoarding in our garage for like a long time. But yeah, we didn't make it out towards all your way. Yeah, we went to like some parks in the San Pedro area. We'll get out to your way soon, Uncle Walt. We'll make a plan and do something for sure. So let's see. Any questions? You guys have any questions? Let's see. Oliver, you should check out if you're fortunate to have one in your area, of a gastroenterologist who understands vegan and plant-based diets, because I know what's her name? I don't know where you're at, but here in SoCal and Orange County, there's a great one, Dr. Angie, and I know she's treated people with what you're describing here, IBS, with vegan diets, plant-based diets. Just all a matter of choosing the right food. It's not just, hey, go vegan and eat every single vegan food and you'll be cool. There's certain foods to avoid, certain foods to not avoid, some ones you should eat a lot of. So yeah, and then she has like a team of dietitians there that'll help you out too. So I would recommend, checking out a gastroenterologist that's preferably vegan or plant-based, and if not, one that understands that is not just automatically against vegan and plant-based diets. But yeah, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not going to give you medical advice, tell you what to eat, what not to eat. It sounds like you really should speak with with those disorders that you mentioned there. Yeah, if you're not already, if you're just going to a regular doctor, if you said you're going tomorrow, ask your doctor, say, hey, can I visit a gastroenterologist to check me out to see if they can help me with my issues? So should be able to do that, Oliver. So let's see, we have any questions? Peter, what do I think about what they did in the UK with Animal Rebellion blocking McDonald's shopping center? Is that what Piers Morgan was complaining about? I didn't hear about that at all, Peter. So I have no, I've not been exposed to that story, so I have no opinion on that. Race Lover, well, how are we getting to talk about lions? Because last time I checked, humans are not lions. We are primates. And if you look at the diets of primates versus the diets of felines, it's very, very different. The diet of a lion, tiger is very different from, say, a chimpanzee, a bonobo, our two closest genetic relatives, diets of apes. So yeah, no need to bring a species whose diet is extremely different from ours into a discussion about veganism, unless you want to point out, unless your intent was to point out, some species eat a lot of meat and others eat a lot of plants. I mean, there's not one kind of animal diet. The diet of a chimpanzee is different from that of a lion, and a rhinoceros, giraffe, elephants, those are all, they don't eat, they eat plants, so every animal's got its thing, and humans obviously do just fine eating plants. Why? Because we evolved, or I won't even bring up that word, I know it's touchy for some people. We're most closely genetically related to primates, which are typically heavy into eating plants rather than hunting wildebeests or what have you, like lions and tigers and cheetahs. Yeah, insects. Yeah, that's true. They eat tree bark as well. Like primates, they eat tree bark. But the bottom line is, they're typically not out hunting like wildebeests and small prey like that. Yeah, Don, I saw that Californians can win some big money if they get the vaccine. I saw our governor on Jimmy Kimmel's show, and I liked how our governor made it clear that it's not just for people that still need to get vaccinated. Even if you got vaccinated months ago like we did, we're still eligible. So how do you sign up, Don? Gavin didn't really say how to do it. Do I need to go to a certain website or something? How do I get in on this $1 million lotto for having been vaccinated? Iraq. I've studied chimp behavior. Yeah, they sometimes do eat other chimps, but it's usually after like some kind of like warring, some kind of fighting situation. It's not like chimps are hunting other primates for their sustenance of daily food needs. Yeah, sometimes after battle they'll eat someone, but that's chimps. Yeah, are actually we're more closely related or equally related genetically to bonobos who don't do that sort of stuff. They don't eat other bonobos or chimps or anything like that. But the point is, yeah, that's not their sustenance food for chimpanzees. The chimps are more violent than the more chill, peaceful bonobos. Chimps will war with each other, kill each other, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes after killing another chimp may take a few bites of the other chimp. But again, that doesn't mean that that's their primary food. That's not what their internals are designed for. It just shows they can eat some chimp on occasion and not die. That's all it's really saying. Once they're done warring, they'll go back and eat what they're eating when they're not fighting other chimpanzees. Oh, Bike, I'm just telling you what anthropologists and primatologists state. If you want to debate that with them, that's for you to take up. I'm just it's like what I repeat. I repeat the scientific consensus, so I'm consistent. At least. I mean, when I talk about all the scientific consensus pointing to the healthful benefits of eating a vegan diet, I really believe that. I'm not just cherry picking. I'm just sticking with the scientific consensus here. I'm not like just making stuff up. I'm showing what the true science, the true scientific consensus is on a matter. So again, if you disagree with scientific consensus, take it up with those experts. That's not science is a lie. Well, if you think science is a lie, then if you're an ethical vegan, that's cool. That's the most important thing. But if so, you would have to disagree that that vegan diets are nutritionally adequate and healthy for people in all phases of life, because that's what the study's shown. You'd have to disagree that vegan diets are beneficial when it comes to reducing your risk of death for, say, heart disease. If you say science is a lie, you might as well say, hey, science schmience, you might as well just eat meat 24/7, carnivore diet. That's healthier than veganism, because science is a lie, So, I mean, it depends how skeptical you really want to be about things. But, the scientific consensus says otherwise. Eating plant-based diets has numerous benefits, from reducing your risk of contracting and dying of the most common forms of death. So, anyway. Let's see, Peter, did I see Mike the Vegan's recent video where they studied the bone teeth structure of ancient primates and they had a lot of plant matter in them? Yeah, I think I saw the title. I didn't click in it because I remember reading information of the like from before. This is kind of, maybe it's expanding on a certain line of research, but I've known about that. It's, it's harder to detect plant matter after thousands of years, like in fossils and bones and stuff like that. But as technology progresses, we're able to do that, and they're fine. Yeah, people are eating a lot of plants. They weren't just eating a bunch of meat, as a lot of people fantasize. And that's why I like science, because you really have to make a decision in life, guys. I really believe this. You're either going to believe in whatever, like, just make up what you want. Just say, hey, sky's purple and all vegans lose their hair after the age of 20, and whatever. Just make up whatever. Or you can actually believe what is known after years, decades of empirical, peer-reviewed research. And I'd rather go with that rather than trusting, hey, it's my crazy or just unsupported belief that all vegans are going to grow a second head. There's no science showing that. Anyway, let's get back to Earth here. Travis, ice bath or cold showers? No, don't do any of that stuff. Let's see. Does Avocado Wolf think the Earth is flat? Really, I haven't followed anything from that guy in years. Has he been saying, is he a flat earther too? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I haven't heard him say that. Let me know if you can confirm that Avocado Wolf says that. Yeah, Uncle Walt, critical thinking is key. I mean, I think that's what's really what's troubling our world right now is there's so much information that comes from so many sources. Some have the best intentions, some have maybe more nefarious intentions and want to manipulate people, what have you. So it's more difficult now than ever than before to try to be able to discern misinformation from something that's a little more in line with reality. So that's what I try to provide on our channel, especially on the studies that look at the science and the studies that show the positive benefits of eating a fully vegan plant-based diet, and show how the science, the preponderance of the science, because anyone could find any study to say anything. You could find some meat industry funded study that says, hey, eating a bunch of saturated fat is great, or eating a bunch of meat doesn't raise your cholesterol. It depends how you design the study, and the researchers know that because that's how they're trying to please their funders. Anyway, what I'm getting at is it's tough, and I try to shed some light on how to use some critical thinking skills to help us all get by in the world. So thank you. I just saw I got a super chat tip there from Lightfinger. Thank you so much. And I didn't even see a question there, Lightfinger. If you want to ask a question, feel free, so thanks so much. That's really nice of you. Rock, how do I get my vitamin B12? Well, first let me state that I can pull up the study. I've showed it many times. Approximately 40% of North Americans are either deficient or dangerously low, like near really close to deficient in vitamin B12. That's 40% of North Americans. We're not talking about 40% of vegans. We're talking about just regular non-vegan, I cannot say that non-vegan people are regular, just the population at large, 40%. So B12 absorption is not like a vegan issue. It's a human issue. 40% of people are not getting enough B12, and they're eating plenty of meat and what have you. It's not a dietary issue per se. It's an absorption issue. That said, also I want to state too, I'm over the age of 50, and the United States government recommends that all people over the age of 50 take a B12 supplement, whether you're vegan or eat 5 steaks a day or what have you. So anyway, I get mine from 2 sources. One, historically, I used a sublingual spray that I got on Amazon. I think it's called Nature's Garden or something like that. And another way is through my Clean Machine Green Protein. Let me show you that right. Oops, my bad, guys. Getting used to this new setup here. Clean Machine. Oh man, it doesn't remember. I guess because I'm on a new machine actually. And so here we go. Clean Machine. The clean, not the cell block 80, which I've tried, which is a, let's see, why, oh, here's what's going on. All right, here, the Clean Machine, it's a whole food plant. A lot of people think, oh, you got to take weird supplements. No, it's a plant. It's called duckweed. It's like a pond scum, basically. It grows on the top of water. Anyway, it's got, yikes. It has, I came for the amino acids because I got it when I was lifting, but it's got more vitamin B12 than pretty much other all plant-based proteins. So I've been using this as my main source of vitamin B12 for a long time, let's say, for a couple years. So anyway, let me post a link down to my Clean Machine page because this isn't sponsored, but I am an affiliate because I end up talking about their stuff so much that if you use my link, you can save some money and I get a little tiny commission off it. But I would still promote it anyway. It's a vegan-run company, completely all vegan products, small company, family-owned company, really cool people. I've met them many times. I consider them friends, and they make an amazing product. And I take it every day. I get emails almost every day from other companies saying, "Hey, you want to promote our protein supplement or whatever supplement?" It's like, no, I'm cool. I got it going on. How is that a scam, Iraq? It's a whole food plant. And again, if you don't have to do that. I mean, I came for the amino acids for Clean Machine Green Protein. I came because I started lifting after being a runner, and I saw other guys that are lifting taking some kind of a amino acid supplement like whey, which is not vegan. I'm going, hey, if they're getting the extra amino acid gains, I would like some too. Why do vegans have to be left out of that party? So I came for that. And then they didn't even know at the time that it had bioavailable B12. They discovered that like a year or two after I started taking it, because no one ever thought to look for B12 in an aquatic lentil, basically, an aquatic plant. Anyway, it's not a scam. The process is really meticulous. You just can't claim it has a vitamin and it doesn't. It's been lab verified, lab determined. So it's not a scam. If you don't want to take a whole food plant, cool, just take a sublingual spray. I do both, So I'm just saying that those are my two main sources of B12. You ask, it's not a scam. Yeah, Satanic. Jeff. Yeah, that's the owner, founder, the CEO of Clean Machine. Yeah, he's an amazingly smart person, a former natural bodybuilding champion. He knows what he's talking about. He understands the biochemistry much better than I do. Let's see, K. Ohi, do I think it's better to transition to the vegan diet gradually to allow the body to get used to extracting nutrients from plants? I don't think I don't think there is a better way. Just go vegan. I kind of was flirting with veganism for a few years, and finally one day I went vegan overnight. But yeah, my body didn't react or flip out or anything like that. Think about it. You're already processing, digesting plants, right? Unless you're on a bizarre carnivore diet or something like that, you're already eating, a lot of plants. Maybe 50% of your calories come from plants in a typical standard American diet. So you're just having more plants. So it's not like your body is being introduced to some new weird stuff it's never encountered before, and you need to develop a new microbiome to process and digest it. No, you already got all that stuff. You're just feeding it more of it. That's why I try to tell people, you're already half vegan. You just need to get rid of the half that's not. It's not like you have to eat weird special food, just eating more plants. Maybe if you want, you can get weird special food like Beyond Burgers and stuff like that, but you don't need that. They didn't have Beyond Burgers when I went vegan. So yeah, just go for it. Issy Hasman, your father eats meat 3 times a day, so he should have tons of vitamin B12 and stuff. Nope, you said he's taking vitamin B12, D, and iron. But I thought you have to eat meat to get that stuff, and if you don't eat meat, you're not going to have that stuff. See, it's nonsense. K-Ohi, was I a vegetarian for a long time? Sort of. I went vegetarian on my own for a few months in the 1990s, but I was living at home. It didn't work out. When I met Angie, many years after that, we started living together. She's a vegetarian, which means the food she cooks here is vegetarian. But, I would go out on my own, and I'd go out with friends. When I get food outside the house, it wasn't, typically wasn't always devoid of meat or anything like that. So I see what you're saying. I was probably more close to vegan than most people were, but still, we had cheese. I was eating cheese before I went vegan. I'd go out and eat some dumb chicken stuff, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Iraq, no, don't tell your dad to consume liver. So I'm going to have our moderators, Race Lever and Mujita, keep a close eye on you. If you want to ask a question, Iraq, and not come here and just throw crap at us, say, oh, my completely vegan Clean Machine that I was showing you guys there is, you're saying that is just a scam. Why? Because it's made out of plants, but it has B12 in it. But I bet if I showed you a whey supplement, you would have had no problem with that, right? So just don't come here and just poo-poo on things that you don't understand just because you disagree with them. Oh, Peter, another super chat tip. Thanks, Peter. What'd you say there? Actually, there are some people that go vegan cold turkey and feel weak and tired because their body has gotten so used to high levels of meat consumption, but they need to transition off it slowly. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about there, Peter. That was what I was alluding to, is microbiome. Yeah, if you're not eating that many plants, if you're I said on average, maybe your average American eats maybe 50% of their calories from plants. But yeah, I understand a lot don't. There's many that don't eat that many plants. So if your body is not used to eating plants in general, yeah, your microbiome isn't developed for that, because your microbiome is going to be optimized for what you're already eating. So I was already assuming you're already eating a decent amount of plants. If you're on a carnivore diet or junk food diet, yeah, you probably don't have the microbiome to process plants right away. So good point, Peter. Thanks for clarifying that. And I agree with you, Race. No way, Jose. No way. Yeah, pea protein, the duckweed protein. That's what it's made out of. That's what the Clean Machine stuff is made out of. It's primarily the duckweed with a little bit of pea protein mixed in. But again, whole food plants. It's not like some weird chemicals you're taking to artificially stay healthy as a vegan or something like that. Yeah, hey, Heartedly Tin Man. Hey, did you change your user picture there? Yeah, if we have a bunch of weird comments, yeah, race and moo, yeah, try to help me out with stuff like that. Anyway. A rock. Okay, that's a fair enough question there. Yeah, what got me into veganism? It just basically when after having, this is before I went vegan, is when I had my first encounters of eating fully vegetarian meals. I go, wow, there's probably cheese on it, so I couldn't have made this statement and been as truthful or reflecting the reality of the situation as I could if I were vegan. But I remember having some vegetarian meals. I go, wow, no animals needed to die in order for me to live. And those are just words I'm speaking right now. But when I first realized it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, wow, like why would I want to intentionally choose a diet and lifestyle that forced animals to be killed? Why? Like, if you had the choice to be, and I didn't even know at the time that you could be healthy as you want to be, eating completely on 100% plant-based diet as I do now. So that's it. Why would I, if I had the choice to eat a diet that needed animals to be killed every day, 3 meals a day or more, or I could pick one that was just all plants and I could be extremely healthy, why pick the one that entailed animals or necessitated animals needlessly being slaughtered? It's like, do I enjoy animals being killed? It's like a choice. I'm saying it's a choice you make. Do I want that to happen? Do I want animals to die for me? Like, of course not. Unless, like, what kind of person really wants animals to die for? I think most people don't. I think most people are just used to the patterns that they've developed in their lives. They have habits that are really hard to break, especially the older you get. Fortunately, I'm not that kind of person. That I'm always willing to tweak and not tweak like on drugs, but like break old patterns in order to improve. So that's why I went vegan. So animals don't needlessly need to die in order for me to live. I can just eat plants and not only just kind of get by and barely survive. No, to be extremely healthy. Like I said, I just got my blood test. 10 years vegan, and I'm gonna start working on that video this weekend. You'll see it next week, and we'll see how death is part of life, Oliver, but that doesn't mean you need to kill an animal in order to live. Like, one could argue, okay, maybe you need to kill a plant, but even that isn't necessary. Like, say I'm walking down the street and I see an avocado has fallen from the avocado tree at my neighbor's house. I pick it up and I can go home and eat it. It's not like the avocado tree ceases to be. It still exists, putting out more fruit. I didn't kill the avocado. That's a sexual reproductive part of the tree. So even saying that death is part of life, that's false, because nothing's being killed when you eat a lot of food. You eat like some potatoes, it's when the plant's at the end of its life cycle. I know I grow potatoes here sometimes. I know when the potatoes are ripe. It's when the plant gets all brown and is basically dead. So anyway, death isn't necessarily part of life. That's kind of what we're taught as children. Like I was saying, a lot of habits and patterns that get ingrained into our brains from society. And you realize some of these things are just complete BS. You don't need to kill things in order to live. That's just a justification that a lot of people used in order to make them feel better about them eating animals. That's the way I see it. If you disagree, let me know. Wow. Leslie, thank you so much for your super kind super chat tip there. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. And hopefully that's a thumbs up for my kind of vegan activism. Thanks for being me. And notice how when I respond to these people, Leslie and others, I'm not trying to make them feel bad. I'm not trying to make them like feel threatened. I want people to still hear what I'm saying. I'm just sharing my message here in the most like compassionate and non-threatening sort of way. I want people who are not vegan that are watching the live stream. We have several right now. I don't want them going away from this live stream thinking, oh, that vegan is such an a-hole. I'm never going to be vegan. All vegans are whack and crazy and mean and judgment. I don't want them to think any of that. I'm planting a seed. I want them to leave this live stream thinking, hey, that stuff that Ryan guy said, it's kind of cool. It made some sense. I'm going to think about that. I want them to go away with the positive takeaway from this whole interaction. So thank you so much, Leslie. I know there's some vegans that think my style is wrong. I need to do it some other way. All vegans need to be one certain way, which is complete bullcrap. So, so thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know who that is, Arak. Thank you, Anna. That's really the goal. I mean, really, is to help animals. That's why I went vegan. That's why I'm going to remain vegan the rest of my life. I think if you come for the health or the athletic benefits and gains, it's really easy once you don't care about that stuff anymore. Say your career as a pro athlete's over, you'll probably just say, screw it, I'm going to go back to eating how I was before. But if you come for the animals or say you came for health or athletics and once you've learned a little bit more about the animals and you realize how important that is, I think that's what keeps you there, keeps you vegan. Let's see, what'd you say there, Peter? I know all your comments are fine. Let me show your comment there. That statement makes no sense, Arak. We're eating their food. Well, no, there's already the food they're eating. They're already eating the animal food. So we're eating what's for us. They're eating what's for them. It's not like we're taking away food from the animals. That makes zero sense. Anyway, cool, John. Thanks. Are Oreos still vegan? I always heard that they were accidentally vegan. Is that still true? I have no idea. Oh, I like Joey Carpstrong. Did someone say something bad about Joey? I think he's cool. I think he's sort of like, what I do. I don't see him insulting people, threatening them, making them feel, on the defense and just attacking them. And, I see him just kind of doing what I do. He does like the Socratic method, which means he asks them questions, trying to have them test their assumptions, test their beliefs, and see what really, at the end of the day, holds any water. And at the end of the day, it's completely unnecessary and cruel to enslave and kill animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. Unless you enjoy or don't mind animals being killed for you to live, how selfish and entitled is that? Unless you don't care about animals, I guess that's the only reason people have. So anyway, yeah, Joey's cool. I hope anyone didn't think I was bagging on Joey. No, I like Joey. I like Ed. I think they're both like quality people there. All right, cool, Race. I didn't see what the dude said, but cool. If you need to time him out, I give you my full support because I know he was asking some borderline questions, but he did ask a couple okay questions, so I didn't see the ones that were over the edge. John, yeah, home gym is coming along great now. I think I'm in like month 7 now of home gym. I'm in there pretty much every day. The only days I'm really not in the home gym are the days I play basketball, just simply because I still have the energy to to do hardcore weight training or resistance training and play basketball. And, I'm just not there right now, at least. Maybe in the future. Okay, you love Joey? No, yeah, I think Joey's cool. In fact, Joey and I and Angie shared we did a live discussion one time on a live fundraiser for Sail Ranch Sanctuary. So that was the only time I really got to hang with Joey. But yeah, I've done many videos where Joey's gone on TV and like idiots like Piers Morgan try to character assassinate him and not stick to any of the relevant facts that Joey's bringing up. Piers just brings up some of his past that he's not proud of. How does that have anything to do with veganism? So anyway, no, yeah, Joey, up and up dude. Wow, you have a reclined bike machine, Uncle Walt. Yeah, use that, man. Sounds cool. Have I talked with Earthling Ed before? Yeah, we shared a stage at LA Veg Fest. I think it was maybe 2017. It was I think that was the panel. I'm thinking of the vegan activist panel that Angie and I were part of. Yeah, it was the only time I met Ed. Was that one day, few years ago. And yeah, again, I like Ed. You know, he was around. I'd chill with him more. Just like Joey. Let's see, what's that going on, Kitnell? You have rats. Um, well, you picked her up because she was not doing well. I mean, that's really great of you. I mean, our cats are rescues, you know. Basically, I've never went and bought a pet. I mean, even if I had to buy one, it sounds like a rescue. If it's like a rat in need, you know, just don't become like, you know, a crazy rat person or cat person. You know, you got to draw the line somewhere. But that's nice of you. Well, I go to Ed's restaurant. The thing is, I don't know when I'll ever be in England. So yeah, if I'm ever, is it in London? I'd love to see Ed's restaurant for sure. I'll make it a point if I'm ever in London. Bond, HHV needs to make a trip to Texas soon. You never know. I'm always threatening to visit Austin. I'm not sure if that's where you're at, but you know, I have a lot of contacts and friends and business type friends in Austin, so you never know. Yeah, true, Race. Palm oil is a very complex topic. Lots of nuance. Yeah, there's some real bad sources of palm oil, and I've seen some better ones. But yeah, I don't profess to be an expert in palm oil whatsoever. Um, and see, Roberta, you're trying your best to maintain a vegan lifestyle. You're about 3 months into choosing healthier vegan meals, and you feel better. I won't lie and say the change has been easy. Many years of meat eating. Is that what you're trying to say there? But see, you feel better? Cool. I mean, yeah, first and foremost, it's an ethical choice. Like I said, just realizing it's completely unnecessary and cruel and kind of just downright evil to intentionally choose to have animals killed for you every day when you just eat plants and while also being quite healthy if you choose like a healthy vegan diet there, Roberta. Yeah, you can choose less healthy vegan diets full of more processed foods, you know, all the meats, the fake meats and stuff like that, and the cheeses. Hopefully you intentionally choose a more healthy one. I'll share what I think is a pretty healthy way of being vegan. Angie's, and it's basically our food diary, Angie's book here, the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. We have, this just came out December, basically, the holidays of last year. It's basically 4 years in the making. It just basically shows all the great vegan foods we hear, whole food plants, and we even take it a step further than a lot of others. Yeah, there's no oil in the recipes, and except for maybe one thing, I think is no salt too. So if you're looking to step up your healthy vegan eating, I would check that out if I was you. In fact, I will let me take you to our website here. Well, actually, it's my bad. Let me get back to where I was here. I'm gonna go to our store here, shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. You can get the ebook download right now, or you can get the print book. We'll sign it for you. We'll autograph it for you if you like. So let me leave the link to our store here. It's shop.happyhealthyvegan.org, and yeah, I think it's yeah, I like how we eat. Is what I'm saying. I mean, we're happy to have other people try it out. I know a lot of you guys in the live stream have got our book already, and haven't really heard too many people complain there. Most of you guys love it, and I'm so grateful. I live and am married to the chef and author of this book, so I get to enjoy these great foods on a near daily basis. Is Angie fixing dinner? I think she's taking a bath right now. She's been working hard, needed a good bath. And we didn't have anything planned. Often on the Friday live streams, we'll sit here together and eat something. We just didn't have anything for you guys today. So I just said, yeah, I'll do the live stream. You can relax. And I think we're going to have a stir fry tonight, which is in the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. So check it out if you haven't already got it. Let's see. Jonathan and Heather, seeing me live for the first time. Awesome. Aloha. Are you in Hawaii? And if so, which island? And is that your home? Uncle Walt, yes, we got the new tub happen. It's actually an old tub. It's like an old cast iron tub, maybe like 100 years old. I don't know. Anyway, we got it reglazed. And which I read is actually a good thing to do if you have an old cast iron tub like I have here, or like we have. I read some about how they're made of lead as well, and the lead, if like the surface of the tub is all worn, like ours has been over time, the lead can seep in, and lead's not a great metal; it's toxic. So anyway, it's good to reglaze it, keep it all tight and the surface tight, and not have the lead seep in. Yeah, the bathroom looks pretty new right now. I'm glad we did it, I guess. It was a pain in the butt. We didn't want to do it. The only reason why we did it is the toilet was sinking into the subfloor, so that's what got that whole project started. So that's done. Now we can try to tackle some other broken things. Steve, you have a signed copy? Cool. Roberto, you got the link? Awesome. In fact, I just took stuff to the post office Wednesday, and then I got some more orders for the book on Thursdays, which means if you order now, I'll be going back to the post office on Monday's a holiday here, so I'll be going to the post office on Tuesdays. So that's as soon as I could get them shipped out. So if you want to order your book now, I'll take it on the next available day that the post office is open. I'm the one. I want to say the book too, man. It's all it's not like we got a publisher for either of the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbooks. They're self-published. Angie did all the photography, all the design, the layout. We got it published here locally by a company called The Vegan Printer. So it's all a do-it-yourself labor of love project here. So we're, that's why we're even more happy to share it with you. It's like our creation. It's like, hey, it's not like we sent a electronic document to the publisher and they handled everything for us. No, it wasn't like that at all. Let's see, you guys are on the garden aisle of Kauai. Nice. Yeah, I went to Kauai. It was a long time ago, like the 1980s or something like that. I saw some photos of Kauai. It looks like it hasn't changed too much. But I remember how beautiful Kauai is. All the rain that Kauai has too. Yeah, we went to Maui a couple years ago for Angie's birthday. We stayed on the North Shore, Paia. Had the best vegan pizza of my life at Flatbread Pizza. Food's so great. All the food I know that I've had that's grown locally in Hawaii is just so good. I guess it's the volcanic soils or something like that, and the organic farming method. And probably the climate there, the rain, everything. Just the food's so tasty in Hawaii. People say it doesn't make a difference, like a carrot's a carrot or lettuce is lettuce. No, there's a million factors that go into how high quality of food is or isn't. And yeah, you can do it in Hawaii. Okay, so anyway, cool. You guys are getting rid of people. Cool. If people are not following the basic rules, thanks moderators for handling that for us. Yeah, we don't want people to come here and just like troll and poo-poo on our nice community that we have here, right? That's what we got. That's what we're doing here. We're doing some community time, it's not like you need an invite, but if you step into this, you need to follow some basic rules, just like with any community meeting. You just can't walk into like a town hall for your school PTA and just start screaming about whatever. You got to follow the rules. So anyway, yeah, Peter, you should go on a carnivore live stream and troll them. Why not? See what it's like, I'm not promoting that. I'm not saying you should, but if you want to check out, see what that's like, check it out. But yeah, I'm with you, Hassim. Yeah, the meat flakes need to do some research before they speak, because I already corrected some misinformation that came from one or two of these anti-vegans that we were patiently allowing on for all this time. But thanks, guys. If they cross the line, then crossing the line here on a live stream, in case you don't know, in case you're kind of new, just be cool, be chill. You don't have to agree with everything I say or anything I say for that matter. That's totally fine. I'm not going to have a big ego trip about that. But we ask that if you are to remain here, despite you not agreeing with what I'm saying or what we're saying here as vegans collectively, is at least be cool, be polite about it. Don't be aggressive. Don't be attacking, because I don't do that. So those are the basic rules here. If you can't follow that for whatever reasons, it's your right. If you can't follow that, go to another live stream. And if you don't, we'll kick your ass out of here. It's simple as that. We have hardcore moderators that just love to give people the boot that deserve it. John, I don't have a home water filtration system. I just have one hooked up to our kitchen sink on the faucet. We're gonna have to redo the kitchen counter at some point too. It's all water damage and sinking and stuff too. So when I get that, I'll probably get one installed underneath the sink, so I don't have to like pull my little device to the faucet every day to fill it up. So anyway, I'm not gonna like give any recommendations or anything like that. Just one I've had for like maybe 10 years, and it's time to get a new one. Laura, when will the printed versions of Keep It Carb Baby come back? I'm not sure. Do you guys, who really wants the print? We still have the ebook version on sale. I told you I was going to keep it at half price as long as it's like kind of, oh, I saw Roberta just bought it right now. Roberta, thanks so much. She just bought the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. And I'll remember to, if you didn't ask for it, we'll sign it for you too, Roberta, because, I assume you'd like it signed because, you're watching right now on the live stream. And as far as Keep It Carb Baby, yeah, we just have it in ebook right now. But let me know if there's demand for it. I thought most people that want it already have it, but if there's enough demand, we'll try. It just costs a lot to make a new pressing. And I have this like bad thought, maybe if like we press up another, like say 300 of them, we'll sell maybe a couple dozen really quick. Then we'll have several hundred just kind of lingering for a long time because most people already have them. But anyway, let me know. If you guys really want them, I'll factor that all in and make the decision to see if we're going to like lose a lot of money if we press up a few hundred, because it costs a lot of money to press up books, guys. Again, we do it all ourselves. We don't have a publisher. We lay the money out ourselves, pay our printers. So, Uncle Walt, you have both printed versions. Awesome. Good response there, Race. Yeah, why come onto a live stream and say, hey, I am a carnivore? Like, okay, awesome. Go join a carnivore live stream. Okay, I'm glad you told us that, Colin. Is there any kind of question you would like to ask us? Or was that your primary purpose for entering the live stream chat there? Let us know. Ebooks. Linda, you have trouble with them? If you have, here's the thing. I'll make sure you get your ebook. If you've had trouble like downloading or saving your ebooks, you can always like, yeah, I'm emailing people all the time that need some help with their ebooks, what to do with it. So if you have trouble, just write back to us when you order something, there's a contact address, hit that goes to me and I'll make sure that you're hooked up with the ebook. I guarantee it. I don't want anyone to, pay for the ebook and not be able to use it. That would be horrible. Yeah, Peter, you should now, since they're doing that to us here, huh? Maybe so, Chris. Maybe I have so much just pure animal magnetism, macho magnetism that even carnivores can't resist, right? Like the Brad Pitt here. I'm just joking. It's true, Bon, huh? I'm not here to piss off any vegans, but I've been carnivore for 2 years. Like, what do you think we're supposed to do? Like, oh, there's a guy that's been carnivore for 2 years. God bless that fellow. I mean, what do you think we're supposed to react? Like, what do you expect? It's like going to a carnivore live chat. Say, I've been vegan 10 years. They're going to, like, not enjoy that, Angie, what did you do in Primal Edge live streams to get banned? Just the fact that you're vegan? That's a funny question, Peter. Are there any good ones? I don't know. Let's see, Mark. I'm not a scientist, but we know of any tips on how to interpret scientific studies better so we can be better prepared when anti-vegan show studies against vegans. Let me see if I have any good tips for you. Well, one thing I do often is one of the first things I do is not every study has this, but most do. You can go to like the authors, when there is one or more, they're an ethical researcher will state their conflicts of interest, meaning like, if they're trying to argue that dairy is good for you, but they receive funding from the dairy board or whatever, they should state that. So you should try to find and also sources of funding for studies. They list those too. Again, if they're trying to argue that eggs are really good for it, and you saw that they got a giant grant from the egg board or what have you, then you can kind of like call into doubt how much weight we should put into the results of such a study. The reason why, a lot of people say, what's wrong with industry-funded study? Well, a lot of things. First of all, industry-funded studies are under no obligation to go all the way through and publish the findings of their studies if the research conclusions aren't what they want. So they can just throw it away and pretend it never happened. But my bigger point is that industry-funded studies, and there's been studies on this, believe it or not, that show that industry-funded studies, surprisingly not so much, have a much higher chance of finding the conclusion that is favorable to them, as opposed to like non-industry funded studies, which don't have such a high probability of finding the same conclusions that say meat is good or cheese is good. So that's one thing to look at. It goes way beyond that, but that's just for starters. That's one thing I like to look at, to see if a study that says that meat is great is being funded by meat. Joseph, yes, that is a Telecaster back there. You got it. So we have multiple people there that have been banned from Primal Edge. See, I'm not like that. You can disagree with me. That's totally fine. I get that. I don't want a bunch of people being mini Ryans. That's not my goal in life. I just want people, if they come here and have a different opinion, I want to speak to them respectfully, and hopefully I'll plant some seeds, so their takeaway from the conversation is positive. They're not going to be against going vegan in the future, and I expect the same in return. Don't come here and just like cuss and swear and attack and be racist or sexist or whatever, whatever hate mode that they're into. So anyway, let's see, Peter, are we doing anything for this Memorial Day weekend? Now, we don't really celebrate holidays all that much, but we're going to probably just make some more kind of American-y sort of food. So yeah, make sure you're following our Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan. That's Angie's hard work there. She makes posts virtually every day. And I'm sure you'll see some of the meals we're going to have. Like, I saw her making some, what's that called again? Potato salad. We haven't had Angie's potato salad in a long time. James, what do I eat before a workout, basketball? Do I eat anything after? Great questions. I pretty much eat nothing before I do a workout or play basketball. What I will have though, and I started this maybe a year and a half ago, I started having some, let me get back to their homepage here, some branch chain amino acids. Ooh, this is not going to scroll here. BCAAs, particularly the fruit punch flavor. I don't know why, I just kind of got into this. I started having this before my workouts, and it seems to give me enough energy to do what I need to do, be it if I'm going to be playing basketball or lifting weights for an hour or whatever. This is fine. I don't think it's intended to be an energy source, but it works out great for me. And then afterwards, I'll come back and have my big banana smoothie, like 8 bananas, some blueberries this time of year, and then I'll throw in some of their, go back to here, I'll throw in some of their clean green, yikes, sorry guys, getting used to a whole new system here. Then I'll throw in a scoop or so of the clean green protein here, which is, just a whole food plant. It sounds like some crazy thing, but it's a whole food plant duckweed. It's rich in amino acids. It's got omega-3 fatty acids. It's got bioavailable B12 and all the nutrition information's here. It's got a whole ton of good stuff here. Like, it's strong in iron, calcium, fiber. So anyway, check it out. And I got where is that here? I got how is it long? Oh, there it is. I have an affiliate deal with them. I'm not sponsored. They're a small family-run company, and you can save a few bucks. And even if I didn't have this affiliate deal, I would still be taking this. That's how much I believe in it. Seriously, I just want to have this in my smoothies. It just seems to round it out, just give me a few more nutrients than I would be getting just from the bananas and blueberries. So yeah, that's what I do. That's how I work out. Little BCAAs before, and then come back and go hard on the banana smoothie. Mark, yeah, I use Firefox and Safari basically. I've given up on. I use Chrome on one of my computers, but yeah, I don't like all the tracking involved in that. So I'd rather use brands that aren't profiting off following me around the internet. Hey, Richard, yeah, I saw your Facebook post there, benching 315 pounds for 5 sets of 3. Um, I saw that. Yeah, I was gonna comment. I didn't. I was gonna comment. I'm going the opposite now. After doing about I think about 2 months of just like going more for strength. And now I'm back because I kind of like I was going up, and right when I started hitting like being able to bench a little like 150 and a little bit more than that, like 150 is where I feel comfortable. I can go higher than that, but it's more of a struggle. Anyway, I kind of plateaued there, so now I backed it down to like hypertrophy range now, going for like like 10, 11, 12 reps and stuff like that. And that's where I got jacked when I showed you that picture a few months ago when my chest was more jacked. I was doing more hypertrophy work. So that's what I kind of learned actually from Jeff Palmer of Clean Machine. That's how he works out too. He'll just do a month or two or so. I think more like a month and a half or two doing like a certain kind of like workout where you kind of plateau, then you give your body something totally different. You kind of get more of that stimulation again. So that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, maybe one day I'll be able to. Actually, my goal was actually to bench 150. I got above that, but my goal for 150 because I just Googled like what's the average bench press for like a guy over 50 for not just like any old guy off the street, but for a novice lifter. Like we're talking someone who's been training, and it was like 3/4 body weight. So I was already at like 135, 140. I'm gonna push to 150, hit it, and then I was able to get 155 for like a rep or two. At least I'm average, but I'll come back and work on strength again, probably when I'm done with this hypertrophy phase that I'm in. I just started it like a week and a half or two ago, so I'll probably work on staying in this hypertrophy workout for the chest, at least on bench press, for another month and a half or so. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of me boring you guys with boring workout stuff. So, what else are we talking about here? Oh, someone just bought, let's see. Laura, are you watching? Laura, I see Laura just bought some stuff right now too. It looks like you bought, I see you bought a couple things, it looks like. I see at least the Keep It Carb Baby ebook, and I think also the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbook. It only shows me one item in my notification, so thanks so much, Laura. Thanks so much. And Roberta too for earlier buying this. So I'll definitely be going to the post office on Tuesday as opposed to Monday, because the post office will be closed on Monday. So thanks so much. At least I assume it's closed on Mondays. I'll check. Should you eat beans or oatmeal for dinner? Hey, whatever you want. It's all good. I mean, I usually have my oatmeal either in the morning or late night, like after dinner, like a little snack. But yeah, you can have oatmeal for dinner. Beans sounds more like dinnery to me, but yeah, that's all those are good foods there. That sounds good too, Felix. Yep. Hey Angela, hey, it's all good. I'll keep this live stream up if you want to watch it later on after the fact. I'll give you a hint. Nothing really great happened. Nothing bad happened, but yeah, I didn't like change YouTube live streaming history or anything in the previous like hour and a half. Wow, I've been on that long. All right, cool. What do I think of vegan keto? Someone asks me that almost every live stream. I just don't understand why. Why? Again, it's like raw vegan, like vegan keto. Like why intentionally eliminate perfectly fine foods for I'm not sure what the reason is. Are you trying to like, do you have an epileptic condition you're trying to quit? I mean, that's only like clinical thing I've seen that keto really truly addresses. I mean, if you want to be healthy, if you want to lose weight, like there's nothing special about vegan keto that you couldn't do just eating whole food plants. We've had many people, myself, lose tons of weight just eating vegan, whole food plant vegan. So I'm not sure what the point. I'm not bagging on it. I'm just not sure what the hope that people have is for vegan keto, what they expect to get out of vegan keto that's impossible or really difficult to attain from just eating a balanced, sensible, whole food plant-based diet like we do. So let me know. Educate me. I saw that Ralph just tipped. Thanks for the super chat tip there on Streamlabs. And thank you for using Streamlabs, guys, because they don't take anything away, like as far as a cut of it, unlike YouTube does. Okay, Richard or Ryan, please help Chris Cooney figure out Streamlab donations. Apparently, they conflict with his Twitch stuff. So I'd be horrible to help Chris out on that because I don't use Twitch. So I'm not sure how to deal with the conflicts because I don't understand how Twitch works because I've never used it. I guess Richard would be better at that as a gamer, right? But did you get kicked off of, if you're still here, of Twitch a long time ago, I thought? Or are you back on? I don't know. Let's see, what's that, Jaden Phillips? Regular, plain old non-vegan specimens. Are you one of us? I'm not sure if I get that. All right, so let's see. Yeah, see, Richard, I don't understand. I'm not sure what people hope to get, what they expect vegan keto produces that you just can't get eating a whole food, just sensible vegan diet. I'm just not sure. I mean, I wish Tracy, our moderator, was on right now because she lost, I was like 50 pounds just eating how we did. She was basically following how we ate in Keep It Carb Baby because, she lost her weight a few years back. She didn't do any fasting. She didn't do any calorie restricting. No keto, just eating whole food plants, like no oil, salt, low salt, no salt. And her husband lost even more pounds, more weight. And again, they're just eating like how Angie and I eat. So I'm not sure what vegan keto people are looking for. Is it weight loss? Well, you can lose plenty of weight if you want to. And I think weight loss is more benefited by actually burning a ton of calories rather than eating a certain way, whole food or keto or what have you. It's about like burning a ton of calories. I weigh a little bit more now than I did say 3 or 4 years ago, but it's because I'm not doing like, these 2-hour runs or anything like that anymore where I'll go out and burn well over 1,000 calories. I'm lucky now when I play basketball, if I could burn like 800-900 calories, that's a lot, Usually when I'm in the gym here, I track my on my watch here, how many calories I'm going through. It's an estimation, 150, 200 calories, something like that, So yeah, if you want to burn a lot of calories, lose a lot of weight, endurance sports is your thing. Let's see, Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie just got the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. So thank you so much, guys. Again, we'll sign it for you. I'll take it to the post office on Tuesday when they open back up. And yeah, hope to share with you all the foods that Angie and I have been eating over the past like 3-4 years. They're all in here. This is like our food diary. It's a labor of love. Angie took all the photos, laid it out on the computer, edited it. And we had some help from Tracy, the moderator, actually, in the proofing and editing too. So thank you guys for supporting the work that we make here with our own hands. Appreciate it. Yeah, Atkins, the promoter of the Atkins diet, which is a kind of keto diet. Yeah, he there's a secret that they tried to hide when he died. Tried to hide it from the public. He died obese and with heart disease, if I understand right, too. And I don't want to speak bad of the dead. I'm just trying to state facts that are out there as best as I know them. Peter, am I planning to get Disney Plus at any time soon? Yes, Angie got me turned on to a show that's coming out. Forgot the name of it, but it'll be starring Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. So we want to check that out. So yeah, and we want to watch all the back catalog so we can understand all these rides that we've been going on at Disneyland or California Adventure Park, like all the stuff in Cars Land and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be getting Disney Plus, I imagine, really soon. Like, not really soon, but could be as soon as this week or next week, but in the next month or so for sure. But do you have any? Yeah, Loki, huh? He's from the Thor thing. I just like Tom Hiddleston. We love him as an actor. We think he's amazing. In fact, one of my favorite movies from the past, of the 2000s, Only Lovers Left Alive. Tom Hiddleston's the big star in that one. Let's see, did I buy any Oatly stock? Hey, Joseph. No, I didn't buy any Oatly stock. I heard they're IPOing, but no, I didn't get it. I usually don't buy on the days of IPOs, and the few days I have bought on the days of IPOs, it's always gone down since. So I guess I could buy now after the IPO, but no, I didn't invest in Oatly. How is it doing? I haven't been tracking or following Oatly. Yeah, I'll definitely watch The Mandalorians for sure. Check out what Baby Yoda is all about. Snow Wolf, that is a really bizarre question. What would you do in that situation? Yeah, Peter, I saw that Good Butcher is a publicly traded company. I was doing some research on that. I thought they were on the Canadian Stock Exchange, if I remember correctly, which is a little more difficult for me to get into here, in the United States. He was decent and Only Lovers Left Alive. No, he was amazing. That's how we got into Tom Hiddleston. I'd never heard of him before. When I saw him, the performance he did in Only Lovers Left Alive, maybe this is too revealing, but I totally related to his vampire character in Only Lovers Left Alive. I go, my God, he's me. He's like the guy that sits in a darkened room with all these guitars and recording equipment and makes these weird, moody songs and kind of hides out from the world, and it's kind of like how a lot of vegans are. We're kind of just bummed at most of humanity, how incredibly stupid people are, that we're intentionally destroying the world. And they were talking about how they're destroying their own blood. It's they're vampires and needed healthy blood. How we're destroying our planet needlessly because we're all fascinated. No, not all of us, but many of us are fascinated with eating meat all the time. So I fully related to Hiddleston's character. So anyway, but yeah, we're all entitled to our opinions. So, that's where I kind of I don't want to say fell in love with Hiddleston, but that's where I was, wow, this guy is good. Because I saw him in other films afterwards, and saw he's nothing like the character that we saw in Only Lovers Left Alive. Let's see. Ralph, okay, you loved his character. Yeah, I think a lot of vegans could relate to it. Just relating to how incredibly stupid humans are, destroying ourselves, destroying our planet for no real reason other than just being dumb, Anyway, never heard of that, James. Discworld. Ralph just started a Tom Hiddleston fight. No, I'm just kidding. It's a 10-year virgin, no, 10-year vegan. That's why I just got my blood test. For you guys that joined in late, they just texted them to me right before I started this live stream. So I have my 10-year vegan blood test now, and I'm gonna make a video this over the weekend. Hopefully I'll have that out for you guys on Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest, to show the world what it's like after 10 years vegan. Because like I was saying earlier, when I was 5 years vegan, they're saying, okay, you're lucky that you got to 5 years. Well, wait till you get to 7 years. All these horrible things are going to happen. The whole list of horrible bad things didn't happen. Oh, wait till you get to long term, like 10 years. Then you'll really see your health fall apart. Well, here we are, 10 years. I'm not going to give any spoilers yet, but well, I will say the testosterone, I think, is even higher this time than it was 2 years ago. So if I had like the testosterone of a 28-year-old before, now it's like, well, that's the peak. I have like peak level testosterone at 53, and they say vegans are all effeminate and don't have enough testosterone. I have more than Joe Rogan will ever have, and he gets injections to have the testosterone that I have. So anyway, we'll talk more about that later. Oh, that's cool, Richard. That's your favorite vampire movie. Yeah, I think that's my favorite vampire movie too. I never liked those ones, that vampire series, the one with Kristen Stewart and all that. I like her as an actress, but I never liked that whole thing. But yeah, Only Lovers, I think, yeah, that was better than like the older ones too, like say the one with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Tales of a Vampire. That was a cool movie. I think the Only Lovers Left Alive is the best vampire movie. It's the one I could relate to most. I didn't relate to like any of the other vampire movies. I didn't really watch any of those characters. Oh, that Tom Cruise guy is me, or the Brad Pitt guy is me. But that Tom Hiddleston guy, that is a weird caricature of myself. And Angie too. Angie's all like the Tilda Swinton character in Only Lovers Left Alive. If you haven't seen what we're talking about, check it out. Angie and I love that movie. I don't think you can go wrong. Only Lovers Left Alive. You'll probably have to pay for it. I haven't seen it on too many streaming services, unfortunately. Anna, that's probably true about your T levels, huh? It's really not that tough to pass up Mr. B. I don't want to say his whole name. Anyway, let me get some more water. Very important to stay hydrated in live streams. Yeah, you got that, Race. Vegans are better than vampires. Underworld. I'm not sure I saw Underworld, Ralph. I'll have to, who's in Underworld? Refresh my memory. Who's the star or stars of Underworld? Wait, Moby Doc? What's that, Roger? Does that have anything to do with Moby? Maybe? Let me know. And let me know what service that's on. Let's see. Hey, congrats to me on 10 years vegan. Thank you. Actually, now it's like 10 and a half years. Thoughts on ex-vegans? I always get worried when I see those videos. Oh, well, Race Lever, yeah. I already knew what Race Lever was going to say. No such thing as an ex-vegan. And I have to kind of agree with them on that, because I don't understand. If you truly are vegan for what vegan isn't some kind of trendy diet. It's not about having great health, even though it can be if you wanted to. It's an ethical stance against just how it's just plainly immoral to needlessly kill animals, billions of animals for food, when we can just eat plants. Why would you intentionally to choose a lifestyle that entails animals to be slaughtered every meal when you could just eat plants? Like, do you like animals being killed? Anyway, it comes down to that. So so what I'm saying is, if you really believe that, how do you say one day, oh, I've been having trouble with my gut and I'm going to start eating eggs and fish. And then a month later, they're having steak and stuff. Like, were you vegan, or were you just one of those trendy people that came because it was trendy a few years ago and you wanted to lose weight and look good in Instagram bikini pictures? I don't understand, Fortunately, I don't have to worry about looking great in Instagram bikini pictures. But aside from that fact, yeah, I understand how you can just flip your morality switch off. Like, oh, it's actually not wrong to harm and kill and slaughter billions of animals every year. It's totally fine if you do it to make your health seem better. Like, and most of these people I see too, they don't really try a concerted effort to like stop doing the stupid things they were doing as a vegan, like eating just like juice every day, or fasting every day, or eating just raw food every day. Just eat a balanced, sensible vegan diet. I don't see how you go from just eating like fruit and vegetables to eating meat. Why don't you just try in the middle? There's this great area of potatoes and rice and all these great foods that you can steam, boil, and cook. I don't understand how you go from fruit and veggies to animals. I don't. I kind of agree with Race there. Ex-vegans. I'm not sure if that's really a thing. Anna, well, I have done a few, not bikini photos, but some photos of me working out on Instagram. I'll go there again. I'll be vain right now. I didn't want to just go there earlier, but let me go there. Instagram. Let's see. Okay. Apparently Firefox isn't working right now. I'll screw Instagram then. Anyway. Mark, what's my position that we shouldn't reproduce? Well, I mean, I didn't make children or anything like that. But I don't want to get that conflated or confused with veganism. If we tell people, yeah, if you come to veganism, you also can never have kids. I mean, people say, no thanks, I'll just not be vegan. So if people want to be vegan and they eventually want to come to a decision like that, that's cool for them. But I don't think we should like package the two together. You're going to really just make it a super next to impossible sell. Okay, Roger. So Moby Doc is about the musician and animal rights activist. Available at Apple or Amazon. Okay, good question. Since it's Apple or Amazon, that means you have to pay for it, right? It's not like Amazon Prime streaming. It's not on Apple. Some of the money trickles its way back to Moby. But let me know. I definitely want to see that. That's pretty funny, Angry Vegan. The only actual ex-vegan is John Venus. One of his multiple personalities is vegan. Let's see. I'm here. Is it buffering? Let's see. I'm here. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm good now. Let me know, because it's frozen on my screen. So let me know if you guys can see me or not. I'll just wait a second. You still see me? Okay, it's just frozen on my screen. I'll just have to accept that. So maybe if I miss something, if I don't see a super chat come by, just let me know, because I'm just seeing like a frozen screen of myself there. I always have a little minor heart attack when I see my freezing going on there. Anyway, let's see, Uncle Walt, what'd you say? You and Myra went to the Hermosa Farmers Market today, and she got some probiotics along with some nut butter. That's from a place in Lawndale or Hawthorne. Or Veganic. No, I never heard of them. No, I never been to your guys' farmers market out there too. Yeah, ours is on Sundays, and we've been going now lately because, you know, it's my favorite time of the year. This will get me off my lazy butt. It's cherry season and blueberry season for that matter, like fresh, you know, in-season blueberries. But yeah, my favorite fruit. A lot of people think it's bananas. I mean, I like bananas. I eat them every day, but they're not my favorite fruit. You know, I eat them every day, just like what I eat. But no, cherries, in-season, local, like California cherries. And I like to get the best ones too. Like we get some from the markets, which are good. They're like B+ grade. The ones I get at farmers market, A grade, small farm. So anyway, yeah, we've been going the past few weeks now, and I'm loving it. Eating cherries every freaking night. Moby Doc isn't free. That's what I figured. Okay, I'll keep that in mind though. That Moby Doc is out and about. Yeah, Uncle Walt, did you get any buckets of cherries? If you're not into cherries, check it out. Maybe if you're not a cherry fan, maybe it's because the cherries you were getting weren't as good as like in-season cherries right now. Seriously, they're so much better than cherries you can get in the off-season. It's not even close. Let's see. Your blueberries want to meet my cherries. Yeah, my cherries have met my blueberries. I have them all. Yeah, this is like my favorite time of the year when it comes to farmers market and fruit. Blueberries and cherries are in season. Let's see, am I missing any questions here? Okay, cool, Joe. I'm glad everyone's seeing me again. I'm still frozen on my screen, but I'm glad you guys can see me. Friggin' YouTube. I know that wasn't my fault. I have good internet here. Even though when I went to my web browser last, it was... Okay, maybe it was my side. Huh, my internet may have stalled out for a second or two. So anyway, let's see. Gosh, I've been on almost 2 hours now, and I'm actually powering this from one of the new M1 Apple laptops, and I'm surprised. I mean, you know, 2 hours and I still have power on this thing to keep going. These things really last a long time. If you're not doing a live stream, this thing goes for days. But anyway, what I'm saying is I do have a finite amount of time. I kind of remembered last time I can get through 2 hours pretty safely, which is cool. Again, it's not plugged in or anything like that. Not plugged into electricity, at least. Plugged into my camera and microphones and stuff. Cool, Jess. I'm glad you appreciate our videos. That's our goal, is to make them informative, show you, you know, how fun and easy it is to be vegan, and try to separate the misinformation from anti-vegans out from what's really true. So thank you. Yeah, I agree with you, Leah. Hey, Leah, how's it going? Have you been here for a bit? Yeah, it's that's true. It might be kind of a weird concept to not cook with oil, but after a while, you get used to it. You realize, gee, you don't need to put oil on every last bit of food. True. You can no, Johnny. I mean, it's oil's like a thing. It's like if you're eating incredibly large amounts of oil, yeah, there'll be some like detriments, but it's not like you have to be completely oil free to get the health benefits of being vegan. It's all about, like, you know, I guess maybe moderation is the wrong word, but just being mindful. Like a lot of people just, when they start cooking, like you watch chefs, they just start heating up oil and they put all sorts of stuff in oil that they don't need to. Just, you know, just be mindful of how much you're using. And we don't cook with oil here, but we get some when we go out to restaurants, and so be it. It's not like we if you want to go out and be part of like the world and eat at restaurants, you're going to get some oil. But yeah, it's not like, it's not what you're doing day in and day out is what I'm trying to say. That's what matters the most. If you get a little bit once in a bit, it's probably not going to make too much of a difference. But yeah, I'm not one of these people that preaches like, oh, you got to be low oil or no oil to be a healthy vegan. I personally just don't like oily foods. I mean, it just comes down to that. And I know in general, like, yeah, you want to watch out for, certain oils more than others, like coconut oil, high in saturated fat, stuff like that. But yeah, I think you can still have oil and be healthy as a vegan. But as long as you're not eating tons of oil, I prefer like our low to no oil kind of diet. It just fits me perfectly. I feel better. I just actually feel better when I'm not eating a bunch of oil. Oh, thanks, Ralph. Do waterfalls and mossy rock walls chill you? Chill like they do you. Do you like the sound of rain? I live by the ocean. It's the ocean that really is my kind of thing. Not to say I don't like any of those things you listed there, Ralph, but yeah, for me, yeah, being at the ocean, and not just any old ugly part of the ocean, but part, where you got some beautiful coastline, not a lot of people. Yeah, that's my happy place. But yeah, I'm with you, Eddie. Yeah, we don't cook with oil anymore. I did give one exception, how sometimes we'll pop some popcorn with a little bit of canola oil. Well, that oil was bought over a year ago. It's bad, so we don't even have any oil anymore. So yeah, we don't cook with oil, basically. That was the only oil we had, and we didn't even use much of it because we rarely made that popcorn. Uncle Walt, I actually don't know if the Clean Machine green protein stuff, is it raw or heated during its manufacture. I never even bothered to ask Jeff that when I've chatted with him. That Jeff's the founder and CEO. I really don't know. Next time I communicate with him, I'll just throw that question at him. I would just be speculating. Let's see. What's that, Joe? You use hemp oil and hemp seeds for omega essential fatty acids. Yeah, you got to have some. Like, yeah, you don't have to have oil, I suppose. You can have like ground flax seeds and stuff like that. But yeah. Let's see. So let's see. I've been on 2 hours, and I should be getting going soon. Angie's probably done with her bath and waiting for me. We can, her and I can start making that stir fry that I think we're gonna make. I want to say, guys, thank you so much last weekend. I know Laura Mosley's not here, but she gave us I think $15 for our pizza last Friday night. So thank you. Yeah, we really did. We really got our Fourth Horseman pizza last Friday. I think we're going to chill out tonight and have something healthier, like I said, like a stir fry. But I want to thank you guys so much for making last Friday a pizza night for us. That was cool of you guys. How you guys will sometimes feed us. That's just totally awesome. Real vegans do 3-hour live streams. I know, Race. And then once I do the 3-hour live stream, then I'll see someone who will go nameless in the comments say, real vegans do 4-hour live streams. I know how this goes. When I'll do my 10-year vegan blood test, I'll say, well, wait till you hit 12 years, and we'll really see you fall apart. And I'm just joking there. But anyway, yeah, thanks, Jane. Yeah, 10 and a half years vegan, basically. Yeah. So that's what my blood tests reflect. 10 and a half years being vegan, and so I just got them a few minutes before I started the live stream. So I'll make a video and share what it's like to be a 10-year vegan and get your blood tested. I'm sure a lot of people, if they see a title like that, think, wow, this guy's gonna be dead probably, huh? Let's see. Never heard of that person, Mark. That's funny, Rays. It is a scam of sorts, huh? But yeah, pizza night was fun last Friday. Thanks, guys. Yeah, not a pizza night tonight, I don't think. The LDL, that's the most dreaded part for me on these tests, Anna, is the LDL, the bad cholesterol. So I don't want to give any spoilers. You'll just have to watch the video on the LDL. So we'll see how that went. The only thing I spoiled on was the testosterone. That the testosterone's even stronger than it was 2 years ago. So it wasn't a fluke. I was kind of wondering, was that just a fluke reading? And I'll tell you this too about my testosterone readings. Last time, they just measured total testosterone, not total and free. And a lot of haters came on and said, "Oh, that's cool. You have a lot of total, but that doesn't mean crap. It's how much free testosterone you have. You probably don't have any." So this time I made sure to tell my doctor that I really want to make sure they have total and free. So they both got measured properly this time, so we can show the anti-vegans once and for all what I got. So we'll see that. Wow. Okay. No, I didn't hear anything about that. Sounds crazy. Wow. I know, Travis. So I wish I could make a thumbnail for my video. I'll just dying. I should do that face I do, huh? Like where my vitamin deficient vegan has live seizure on YouTube stream. I should. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I can act it out like that or not without just laughing too much. Let's see. So any other questions before I leave you guys here? There's a filter that makes me look old. Well, the anti-vegans say I look ancient. They say, like, compared to guys that are born the same year as me, like Joe Rogan and Sean Baker, that I look demonstrably much older and worn out than they look, So just saying what some of these anti-vegans like to say. Just a chalk outline of a guy in the ground. Yeah. I don't know if I can do that. That is funny, huh? I'll try to think of something. I have a few days to get creative and try to make a good thumbnail for that video. Yeah, I hope Jane, I think she's enjoying her bath right now. I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing. So any last minute questions before I leave you guys here? So yeah, that's what you can expect next week is a blood test video. And hopefully Angie and I'll get off our butts and have some kind of fun Friday thing, like eating some pizza or some vegan Trader Joe's again or something like that. We'll try to figure something out. I agree with you, Eleni. I just think they're crazy to say stuff like that. Like, really, if I were standing next to Joe Rogan, someone would think, oh, that tall Ryan dude looks like way older. He looks like he's 70, and Joe Rogan looks all youthful and vibrant. I don't think so. I mean, I think at the worst, we look around the same age at the worst. And in reality, I think it's a little better than that. But yeah, looks aren't anything. You could look great and have horrible blood tests and be really diseased. Looks don't really mean all that much. They mean something, but blood tests are more revealing about what's really going on inside of you. Let's see. Yeah, Kate, absolutely. Yeah, when I was running for Long Beach City Council, I made it absolutely clear that I wanted to make sure that I supported I wanted to support a measure that our city council here would endorse a position saying that all LGBTQ people have all the rights and everything that of non-LGBTQ people, just equal full-on rights. Absolutely, 100%. Wholly against all forms of discrimination in all its evil guises. Do I like Lord of the Rings? Good question, Ralph. I read the books when I was younger. I haven't seen the movies yet for some reason. I'm not sure why. I guess I was kind of turned off how it got commercialized into a movie, but I should see them because I did enjoy the books quite a lot. I'm surprised I haven't seen the movies yet, to be honest with you. Let's see. Hey, Hexproof Anarchist. I'm going to be going soon here, so thanks, Jane. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much there. You guys are kind. And I want to thank everyone, too, for all the people that started with Roberta, moved on to several others of you guys that got our books during the live stream. I said we'll autograph them, and I'll get them down to the post office the very next day that they're open, which should be on Tuesday. I want to thank all our moderators and Uncle Walt and Race Lever, Wujita. Got to do a little burp there for being here and making sure the couple trolls we had early on, got what they deserved, so thank you guys. They got what they deserve, being booted out for being just bad people. And let's see. So yeah, next week, live stream again. Hopefully I'll get back to doing 2 a week. I'll try to get a midweek one. It's been tough. The Lakers, in the playoffs right now too, so that makes some of my evenings kind of more difficult. But that won't stop me. But anyway, blood test video next week, live stream Friday, and we'll try to get some more stuff out for you too. So anyway, Uncle Walt, I know Suja Losenthal. Yeah, she was it was my District 2, that she was our city council person many years back. I know she moved your area, so she's okay, I know she was in government and politics in Hermosa now. It's kind of funny how she left Long Beach, went to another city doing the same kind of thing. Yeah, totally. Can't say I've met her, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Anyway, guys, all right, guys, I guess that'll be it for now. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us. Just thanks for being cool people and just participating in this community that, we have going on here. I really dig it. And I hope you guys do too. All right, it means a lot to me that you guys are here. And, all right, I'll see you guys soon. So until next time, guys, let's keep it vegan. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.